Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to part 3 of this recruitment course, which I've been putting out. There is a link in the description to a playlist, so you can watch the whole course in there. If you've stumbled across this and you want to start from part 1, you can watch the entire thing through there. So this one is basically about what to set up, what to get, what to buy, etc. So we'll go through it. We'll start the course very quickly, or this part. The checklist, so it's sort of what to buy, the bare minimum to sort of set up, and also the cost of everything. So I'm always a fan of bootstrapping your agency or a business as a whole. Minimum investment, if it's profitable, reinvest that into what you need, because people make the mistake of what not to buy. Some people come to me and they've spent thousands and no profit yet. So that's not something I would advise doing. If you want to, up to you. So obviously with every business, every brand, you need a name. So depending on what you want to do, you can either go for something brandable, so like a one word phrase, or high healthcare, or you could have it even like high, so you can recruit. I don't know. I'm not very good with branding and like that. So, or you can do a specific or generic recruitment, so everyone knows what your business is. There's advantages to them all. Brandable takes longer. However, this restricts you. So brandable, it will take a while to obviously build your brand and people to get to know you. However, the specific one is people know. As soon as you call from that or you say that name, they know what your business is about. They have advantages, both of them. I'm sure you can sort of work out. But in the long run, I think the brandable is better. Before, I would have said specific, like doctor recruitment, or a doctor recruitment agency, or temporary staff doctors, something like that. I would advise also sticking to 2 syllables or 2 words. I wouldn't have something very long. That's probably about the much advice I'm going to give you in terms of name. And don't forget, if your company is named something else, which mine is, I operate as another name. So you can do that as well. So don't think, oh, I've named my company X. You can always operate as something else as well. You can also change. You can't change your company name. Well, you can, but you have to file. But your name as a whole, you can change, chop and change when you change sector. So don't be restricted into calling it Doctor Recruitment, and you have to specific. You can't change the name of your business when you actually can. So again, on the branding side, you want to set up obviously graphics, logos. You want like a LinkedIn banner, website logo, for any social media or any social pages you have something where you can always just have it there to upload. I'm always constantly, especially when I first started up, listing on some websites and advertisements, etc. So you want to have that there. Also, you want to have your documentation branded, so you need a small logo like a profile logo. You want to have that ready so you can put it on your terms of business. You can put it on CVs when you send it to companies. And I typically have my email and my phone number on that profile logo. So when I send it into a client, even if it gets mixed up, they'll know who to call. Yeah. The cost of it, probably you can find someone on Fiverr or Upwork who can do it for about $20-50. You can also make it yourself. Canva is very good, so you can go to canva.com, make it yourself on there. Also, there's AI generated images if you want to go down that route as well. You can just put that into Google, free image maker or whatever, and something will come up. So number 5 is website and tech. So you're going to need a semi-decent website. You can always do a version 2 later on, but you need something to start off with. Now, I would advise not overspending on a website. It does nothing. You just need a one to 5 page website. You just need your, I'll put a link in the description or at the top right of a, tutorial on how to set up your own website. If you want to do it yourself, I'll give all the templates out so you can just do it there. Also, hosting is probably going to cost you about $10. So hosting is basically your server. I could recommend some if anyone wants to comment below or whatnot. But there are some good ones. Like I said, in the top right, there's a video. You can watch that. Also, domain name. So what your name is going to be called. So you'd call it, highrecruitment.com. That you got to buy £10 a year. I think most places you buy from, like GoDaddy, if you buy for 2 years, you get it much cheaper. So try to opt for that. Also, on the website side, you're going to need to spend on monthly on your email address. So you're going to need a business email. So you need the domain name to have cads@highrecruitment.com. That's going to be your business email. You're going to be using it for a lot. Later on, we're going to show you how to use different domains when you set up your email campaign, when you start to market and start to reach out to clients. Registering your company, depending on if you're in, I know a lot of my audience is in the US, Germany, etc. There's difference in registering your company. For the UK, it's about £12.50, £16, something like that. And literally, it takes a day or two to set up. Some countries, Canada, US, you need certain states, you need a license. So you need to apply for that. I think it's like $120, $200, some states. So you need to do your research on that. I can't obviously specifically make a video on that, covering every country and every state, but do that. Set up your business, get incorporated, get registered, get a LLC, LTD, whatever you're doing. In the UK, we have an ICO fee as well. That will get corresponded to you. They'll send it out. That's basically something to do with data, and they just basically charge you a fee. I've never got it. I think mine's due soon as well. So you just pay like 30, £50, depending on the size of your business. And obviously, it's GDPR related. So if you're holding data, you have to pay it. I've been late on payments and nothing's happened, but I've always paid it. Yeah, it takes about 1 or 2 days, working days to set up. I've set up a company and it's come through straight away. Some people have told me that as well. But you'll get a tax reference number. You'll get other information. So it's a unique tax reference number, UTR they call it. So you have that, and that's used to pay your corporation tax at the end of the year as well. So once you've set up the company, you can get a business bank account as well. You can go to your high street bank. So I've got bank accounts with pretty much every high street bank. You can go to them, and if you've got an account with them, it's much easier to set up a business bank account. You can go in, you book an appointment, and they'll help you set up. They need a lot more documentation. They need a lot more. Sometimes they want to see a business plan, stuff like that. I think it's much easier now because the fees on the business bank account obviously earn them money, so they don't really mind. I would advise going with Monzo, Starling, Tide, etc. That would be way better in terms of, it's just literally a 5 minute job. Tide is very simplistic, very simple as well. I use both of these. I've shut my Monzo account down. And you must have a registered business, so you can't set up a business bank account. Why that's important is when you invoice a client, they're going to be sending you the information you're going to send them your business bank account, sort code, account number, etc. If you're recruiting overseas, you have to send them a Swift IBAN number as well. So it's important. You can do it self-employed, but I would suggest doing it probably through a business bank account as well. So social media and marketing is very simple. At this stage, we haven't got much to sort of shout about. We're just an agency. We haven't got jobs, etc. But get these set up. It will save you a lot of heartache, time, etc. And you want to set up your LinkedIn. LinkedIn is going to be fundamental. So remember, we talked about branding, logos, stuff like that. You're going to have those set up as well. So add those all on, make it. Also, what's important is business listings. So business listings, go into Google and type in free business listings or local business listings. List on about 5, 10, 20 websites. Yeah, have an article about your company. Write one yourself. Yeah, the reason is, and put yourself on Google Places. It's free. They're going to send you a little leaflet, and you put the number in, and then you're set up. The reason is, first time when people come across you, or you spoke to a candidate, they will Google you. I guarantee probably 90% of the people you interact with will Google your company, or do some research on it. Who are these guys? Are they legit? Should I send them my CV? Should I do business with them? Should I partner with them and give them some jobs to recruit for? So have some online presence. I'm not talking, these are all free methods. Yeah, you can pay someone to write you an article. I'm not saying write a flamboyant article about how you're making millions a year recruiting, but make one that is just about your business and what you do. Excuse me. So communication is another one. So we're just going to use our mobile phone for now. You can buy a VoIP. So VoIP is a voice over internet protocol. It comes up on the PC or on your phone, and you can use that to actually call in, and it gives you an office number. So most people prefer it. I do. I have Cloud Call. I've used Yay, but I never used it. I had it as a backup. And some people, I think it's called 8x8. A lot of people use that for texting. Some people, I just text off my phone, but I do use TextMagic, because Cloud Call and TextMagic integrate with my CRM, which I'm using or have been using for years. You can do it from this. You can SMS from the PC as well, link it to your phone, especially on Windows. So you can use that. That's pretty much your communication. Obviously, you're going to have email as well. So it's like phone calls, stuff like that. Documentation, there's a link in the description to both of these. So you're going to need on the permanent side your terms of business. That's what the client's signing. That's pretty much the only paperwork you're going to need, and invoicing as well. Everything else will come along. So a client might give you some documentation to fill out or candidate CVs. There's not too much in terms of paperwork. Also, you're going to have email templates. So these are sales email templates. So save these, get them ready. There's I think 4 emails in this. I think it's like a blog post. You can copy those emails. You can copy the terms of business. Just put your business name on it. Get ready. That's all the documentation you're going to need. On the temporary side, I'm going to cover a whole video on the temporary side. So if you're looking to do contract recruitment, I'll have all that done as well. So job boards, get set up on an Indeed employer account. Don't think, oh, I'll do that later. Honestly, set it up just in case there's some problems, or they want you to verify an account, or they close it down and you have to get it back up. What you don't want is a job order to come in and you haven't got anywhere to post. Yeah, this is something you're going to have. It's free to post jobs. You can post about, I think, 10 at one time. Do that, get set up, get familiar with it, because it's going to be your bread and butter. Also, LinkedIn is going to be used to contact candidates, contact clients. So on LinkedIn, start to connect with candidates in your industry. We're going to do some videos on niches and stuff like that as well. So free job boards as well. Have a look. Some of them are, not worth looking at, but test them. Post some jobs, make some accounts, see if you like it. You might get some candidates in, depending on your sector as well. So this is quickly on what not to cover or what not to buy. I'll cover it very quickly. So a costly website. I have people that have come to me and said, look, I've spent no joke, I've spent £6,000 on a website, 2,000. It's unnecessary. Yeah. Even if you're integrating your really fancy job board and stuff like that, you won't scale to that level. I'm not even at that scale where I need somewhere. I have a CRM that collects everything and I store it all there. Job boards as well. Some people, if you're an experienced recruiter and you think, yeah, I've got loads of jobs, I can get a job board. Job boards will offer you a free trial. There's no point spending 6,000, 5,000 a year on a job board that might not yield revenue. First of all, we're going to be going in, starting to recruit very simplistically, very slow, breaking into the market, picking up some clients, getting some candidates, having some conversations, getting some experience, seeing if the niche is good, and then we can invest once we've got some money in. Reinvest the profits later into these. It makes business sense. Yeah. So that's it for now. We're going to do part 4 very soon. I'm always offering consultations. I say always, but I'm usually fully booked. But go into cadsmoney.com. There's a link in the description as well. You can book a half an hour consultation with me if you need help, advice, etc.